Hi, my name is Margaret Hall, and I am 76. I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I have a few things I want to complain about to Mr. Thomas Moran. Now, I look good enough to complain. Mr. Moran, you are making $174,000 a year, and you are complaining that you don't have enough money to make ends meet? You make 97% more than the people on a median income in Washington, D.C. 97% more than those folks? Well, I just can't see it. Maybe those folks could give you some advice about how to cut your bills and your grocery bill, your light bill, things like that, so you could save some money. I mean, turn the light out if you're not in that room. Huh? Eat peanut butter and jelly instead of lunch meat. It's cheaper and it goes a lot further. Mr. Moran, as a former congressman from the lovely state of Vermont, you're neither wealthy nor you're poor, but you're somewhere in between, and you're much better off than most of us. By some standards, I'd say you're very much better off. As you earned all that money in 2015, 2016, what do you do with it? Most folks don't feel like you're doing your job anyway. They don't feel like congressmen do enough. Well, Congress should sure stand to do some more. I mean, they don't even shine their own shoes. They could do a lot of those things for themselves that they pay to have done. I don't know if I did enough to earn my money or not. I'll ask you, Mr. Moran, do you think I did enough to earn my money? I raised 3 boys and 7 girls. I feel like I probably did enough. I raised them to maturity. And then, obviously that maturity comes at different ages for different children. I still get telephone calls. Mom, what do I do? Mom, what do I do? Mom, what did I do? And anyway, which obviously they come at different ages for that maturity. And I finally got them all out of the house and out on their own. Then I attended college. Oh, I felt like a little girl kicking up her heels. And I attended it on student loans, as I wasn't making any money. I got a master's, got a job, supported the 10 for 18 more years. Not all of them, just a few. I even made enough money to equal. I didn't make enough money to equal your pay. I made about half that in 1 year. And that I was lucky, very lucky that year. And then they closed the program, and I had to go somewhere else, but I didn't really. I was pretty old by then. Didn't get any more work, hardly. I did accumulate enough student loans to make me an MD with a PhD, however, but I never got to be one. I don't know why. Are you an MD with a PhD, Mr. Moran? Just as you assumed, I'm poor, as I live on Social Security and I do not work. The only option open to me now at 76 is to be a Walmart greeter. Oh, I hate Walmart. I just hate Walmart. This is just a real blow to me. I call it Hallmart. Hellmart, not Hallmart. No, that's a card company. I just call it Hellmart. And I just can't see standing in there smiling at people for hours on end. And I'm too good to stand up for 2 hours, let alone 5, 6, or 8. I suppose I would if I had to. But no one wants to see a 76-year-old woman grinning from ear to ear, wanting to say, "Welcome to Hellmart." Oh no, I mean Walmart. I wouldn't last long. But back to my complaint. Mr. Moran. We and those like me live most of our older years waiting. From month to month, from check to check, we wait. Because the check doesn't last more than 1 or 2 days, usually. The genius out there that has it figured out how to make it last a few more days than that, please let me know. And Mr. Moran, we just get 12 checks a year from Social Security, and we're among the group who no longer works. Therefore, we get a check at the beginning of the month, we pay our bills, and we buy our groceries and the little things that we use in our house. Mostly we have trouble with utility bills, but we make it, most of us. There's some organizations that will help us. Thank God. Anyway, we're among the group who no longer work, therefore we get a check at the beginning of the month, etc., etc., and I expect that, like you, Mr. Moran, expect our family to care and help us out as much as possible. They try, most can't. Most of our checks are less for an average, most of the checks are an average of $7.50 a month. Most people I talk to get around that much money a month. I don't see how anybody lives on $7.50 a month. We may, many of us have a garnishment on that for those student loans that we lavished in back in the day. And anyway, Mr. Moran, $750 a month, is that enough for you to live on? Could you do it? Could you pay your rent on $750 a month? Or pay your house payment? I'll bet not. Then by the time, why do you expect me or them, all those folks that are getting by on $750 a month, less or more, how do you expect us to do it if you can't do it? That's a challenge I make you. You do it, and let's see how you do it. Now, how long has it been since we got a raise? $3 a year is a raise? $3. That just beats all. Of course, it's 3 times 12. That's $36 altogether. But if it was $36, it might make a little difference. But it's not $36 a month. It's $3 a month. That's practically the price of eggs nowadays. And that was thanks to Mr. Trump. Perhaps we can find some ways to increase your income, Mr. What was your name? Moron. Oh. As, like if you can crochet, can you crochet? If you can crochet, you can make caps, cute little baby booties and baby caps, and you can make scarves, and you can make all kinds of things like gloves in the winter, and you can sell them online. Call this Moran's. I don't know, but you'll think of something. Or you can bake pies. You like to make pies? You can bake pies, peach and strawberry, and freeze them and send them to people. I'm sure that would break some state laws of some kind, though. And that would help and would be great if I don't know, it wouldn't compass the income that you've got, but perhaps it would add to it just a little bit. And, well, what about, perhaps you could offer my fellow recipients of Social Security, I would like to ask you to each write your congressman or congresswoman and tell them exactly what you think and how you feel about getting by on so little in such a country that's supposed to be so wealthy. This country is so wealthy. How in the world do we all manage to be so poor? Not all of us. Some are congressmen. But perhaps you would take a few minutes of your time to offer advice to these congressmen on cutting expenses and living a little different, how they can live on $174,000 a year without going broke, without having to use their children's perhaps allowances or borrow them. But my fellow recipients, please write your congressman, write your senators, and tell them what you think of these low wages that we receive. Do we not deserve better? Why should we be treated like second-class, third-class citizens? Give us at least $1,500 a month, and then keep the landlords from raising the rents, please. And keep the grocery stores from raising the groceries, so maybe we'd have a few pennies left. I would appreciate that. I hope all of you have listened to what I say. Maybe all of it doesn't make sense. Maybe it's kind of silly sometimes. But I'm serious. I'm very serious. Goodbye and good luck to all seniors.